He's been great since year one, but I think the leap he took this year, since the start of the season, has been amazing. Like I said, he should be in the combo for the most improved, but that's past. But he's showing everybody that he's worth a lot of money.
What's up, guys? How are y'all doing? So today I'll be talking about Jalen Brunson, and I know the buzz about trade talks is already in the past. However, I'm still excited to talk to you about a guy that can really change the course of a franchise, and in this case, not just any franchise. Yeah, we're talking about the New York Knicks. So let's get straight into it. First of all, and just to give you a little bit of context, Brunson landed in New York after the Donnie Nelson-led front office failed to construct Brunson's contract in a better way after he was drafted in 2018, and that made Brunson hit the restricted free agency market in 2021, and as you may know now, that enabled him to be an unrestricted free agent this summer, and that allowed him obviously to sign with the Knicks. So the Knicks took advantage, and as you may seen from the title, they made an excellent decision on signing Brunson. And why? Obviously you may ask, why is Brunson such a big deal? Well, after 10 years, countless signings, countless point guards with little success, here we are. The Knicks have their guy. They made it. And maybe some will argue that the Knicks took too much to have him, as they had to clear some space. But that's what it is, like, you have to pay for quality, and Jalen Brunson has shown in this past few years that he's a mature player, a solid point guard, and just a guy. I'll talk later about his skills and all his technical attributes, but he's a guy that, looking back over his career and what he has done, there's just a key factor that I really believe that can change the course of a franchise, is that Brunson is a winner. Jalen Brunson is a winner. He won in high school, he won twice in college, and most importantly, he showed in the last playoff run that he can guide the team to success by putting up not only efficient numbers, but also astonishing performances like we saw against the Utah Jazz, especially when Luka was out, as he performed as the main guy, but also against the Phoenix Suns and even the champs, Golden State Warriors. I think he did good, but analyzing him as a player, I would say that he's a smart dude. He's in constant perception of the space that he occupies, mainly because he likes to play near the basket, and normally there's less space to play. But I think this is a huge attribute for him, because he has this kind of big man style of play, as he is a 6'1" guard, skilled, but also a intelligent guy who tries to make the best decision whenever he attacks the basket. Nevertheless, I wouldn't say he's a generational talent, but as I mentioned, he's a fantastic scorer, a smart guy, and he can score in any way you can imagine. Pull up, floater, mid-range, 3, layup, post up. And of course, his amazing footwork, his ability to just manipulate a defense by using his footwork. And by the way, I just believe that will be his kind of brand of basketball, the Jalen Brunson footwork ability. And it's just amazing to watch. And he kind of reminds me a little bit of Kyle Lowry and Isaiah Thomas in terms of their offensive way of approaching the game, while just having that natural ability to go and get a bucket, and it kind of reminds me a lot of them. On the other hand, if we look at the New York Knicks in terms of style of play, we can find a little paradox that probably will not benefit Brunson's game. So first of all, he's a player who is used to have teammates that can space the floor, like Luka, and that allows him to be prolific in pick and roll or in isolation situations near the basket. And with the New York Knicks, that's very unlikely that will happen, as their 3-point shooting ability isn't quite similar to the Mavs. And this raises the question, can Brunson play without a player that facilitates? Can he be the main guy that facilitates at all times? I believe this will be the X factor for the Knicks, and obviously the big if question for Jalen Brunson. If he's able to perform as a playmaker as he is as a scorer, I think everybody wins from this. Not only Jalen Brunson, but also his teammates. Grimes entering his sophomore year as a 3-and-D player, a guy that can really space the floor and just shoot it. And also RJ Barrett, his slashing ability, not having to touch the ball as many times as he touches right now, but also Mitchell Robinson having more opportunities to just explode to the basket in pick and roll situations. And I think as a team, Jalen Brunson brings so much to the table that I believe everybody can get better because of him. The other question, and a big factor, is how Tom Thibodeau will cohabitate all these lefties and players with so much on-ball tendencies. I believe it could pose some problems down the stretch, like even though Randall, Barrett, Quickly and Brunson are okay in ISO situations, they're just not amazing. I mean, they're not superstars, they're not KD, they're not Kyrie, they're not Doncic. And this being said, the whole offense can get stagnated and confusing at times, and more than it should. So what's the solution? Should the Knicks try to get another piece for this old puzzle, like Donovan Mitchell or something? Is Randall a trading option? Is Randall part of the future? And there's really some question marks that we should get the answer in the near future. But to finish this off, I'm really excited, and I truly believe the Knicks struck gold with Brunson. Like I said in the beginning, he's an absolute winner, someone that is smart and someone that still has a lot of room to grow, and most importantly, he can be good enough to attract one or another all-star in free agency throughout years to come. So let's see, New York, maybe Brunson can be the piece to change drastically the course of the franchise.